Good day, sir. We will present to you the parasitology in microbiology. So, parasitology is the scientific study of parasites and their relationship with their host. It is encompasses the study of various aspects of parasynthetic organisms, including their morphology, life cycles, ecology, epidemiology, pathogenesis, diagnosis, treatment, and control. Parasites are organisms that live on or inside other organisms. The host, that derive nutrients from the host body, often causing harm or disease. So, parasitology is a multidisciplinary field that draws upon knowledge from biology, microbiology, ecology, epidemiology, and medicine to understand and manage parasynthetic infections in human, animals, and plants. Parasitology is crucial for several reasons. Public health. Parasitic infections cause disease with significant morbidity and mortality, especially in developing countries. Understanding parasitology is vital for prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, ensuring public health. So, in public health, we should know the possible impacts of this parasitology in our country because it carries diseases that we can see with our naked eyes. So, it's important for us to know how to prevent it, how to treat or gamutin, and know where it starts so that we can protect our family or our country from this parasitology disease. Agriculture and food security. Parasites can infect livestock and crops, leading to economic losses and impacting food security. Parasitology research aids in managing and controlling parasitic infections in agriculture, supporting food production and livelihood. So, it is important for us to always secure our surroundings and monitor always so that you can know how to cure it immediately and avoid its damage. Because if we will not do this, it will be a big losses in your economics. Ecology and ecosystem health. Parasitology influence population dynamics, biodiversity, and ecosystem function. Understanding parasitology contributes to ecosystem health and informed conservation efforts. So, because knowing and understanding how to prevent parasite is a big help to our individuals' health and to our ecosystem. Biomedical research. Parasites serves as models for studying various biological processes, including host-parasite interactions, immunology, genetics, and drug resistance. Insights from parasitology research inform understanding and treatment of infectious and immune-mediated disease. Because of parasite, we discover so many biological processes that can help us. A good example is the drug resistance. It is a drug to cure a disease or a patient's symptoms. Global health acuity. Parasitic diseases disproportionately affect marginalized populations, worsening health disparities. Parasitology research inform policies and interventions aimed at addressing these disparities and improving global health acuity. So, parasitology research is a good impact because it informs policies and interventions, helps improve our global health acuity. Types of parasites: Protozoa, helminths, and ectoparasites. Protozoa are one-celled animals found worldwide in most habitats. Most species are free-living, but all higher animals are infected with one or more species of protozoa. Infections range from asymptomatic to life-threatening, depending on the species and strain of the parasite on the resistance of the host. So we can see that at the side of it is an example of protozoa. Then at the lower part of it is an example of effects of protozoa. Helminths are parasitic worms that infect humans and animals, classified into flat forms, platyhelminths, and roundworms, nematoda. They cause a range of diseases, from mild discomfort to severe condition. Examples include tapeworms, roundworms, flags, and hookworms. Their life cycles often involve multiple hosts, including humans, animals, and sometimes intermediate hosts like insects or snails. So the images at the right side of my screen shows an examples of different worms or helminths. Ectoparasites are organisms that live on the skin of the host from which they derive their sustenance. The phylum Arthropoda includes the two-winged or dipterous flies. The larvae of maggots of these flies may invade living or necrotic tissue of animals and humans, produce myiasis. So the picture there shows an example of ectoparasites. Ticks, mosquitoes.
Modes of transmission. Mode transmission is three types of transmission. The first is direct transmission, the second is indirect transmission, and the third is vector-borne transmission. So let's proceed to the first transmission, the direct transmission. Direct transmission is spread through contact with infected individuals, animals, or contaminated surface, including skin to skin contact, sexual activity, or contact with contaminated object. So ang direct transmission daw is nakukuha natin is, for example, for mga sa animals is, or sa human is, every shake hands, ganyan, doon natin nakukuha ito. So for mga sa animals or sa pagka sa pagkaka-sexual activity nila, ganyan, doon nila nakukuha ang direct transmission na to. So let's proceed to the indirect transmission. Indirect transmission is infectious agents or transmitted via an intermediary material or object form an infected source of a susceptible individual. This can involve contaminated surface, object, food, water, soil, or environment. So dito daw makukuha natin dito ang sa indirect transmission is when the surface of sa objects, sa food, water, soil, or environment. Diyan natin daw nakukuha ang indirect transmission na to. Like parang sa mga for example sa objects, sa mga gadgets, sa ganyan, sa mga damit, or whatever else man, or sa mga pagkain, dapat mag-ingat din tayo sa mga pagkain na kinakain natin, like for sa mga sa water, tubig, dapat malinis ang tubig na ininom natin. Then so for soil, sa mga soil daw, sa mga lupa na like environment. Diyan natin daw nakukuha sa environment natin, or kung yung parang di ayos yung environment natin, yun na yung makukuha. So let's proceed to the vector-borne transmission. Certain parasites rely on the vector like mosquitoes, tick, or flies to move from one host to another, and the parasites develop within the vector and the infects host during feeding. So ito daw is like parang makukuha natin galing sa lamok yung ano na to, yung vector-borne transmission na to. Like parang pupunta siya sa kabila, tapos pupunta na naman siya sa kabila. So di natin alam kung saan siya dumadapo. So doon natin daw ito makukuha, like for example sa yung mga mosquito na yan. So let's proceed to diagnostic method. So may 3 types din to, like yung mga microscopic examination, serological test, muscular techniques. So let's proceed to the diagnostic methods. Diagnostic methods is have 3 types din. So let's proceed to the microscopic examination. The diagnostic methods uses the microscope to inspect a sample at the level and revealing and tiny structure, cell, or microorganism not visible to the naked eye widely up. Like ito daw yung parang yung the microscopic examination is to see the mga maliliit na structure or cell or mga microorganism para malaman natin daw. So and visible to the naked eye. So let's proceed the serological test, also known as serology. This test detect specific antibodies, antigens, or substances in a person blood stream. So dito daw parang yung serological test daw is para ma-identify natin kung ano yung sakit ng isang tao or ng isang animals. So molecular techniques. This laboratory method study on the biological molecules in the DNA, RNA, proteins of molecular level, initial in the molecular biology, genetics, and medicine. They include PCR, DNA, screening. So dito yung molecular techniques is paano natin gawin or mag-proceed to another para malaman natin yun lang. And so sa treatments and control, prevention, asthmatic drugs, parasites, and their host is like parasites. The percentage is 25% infected, so 50% transmission, then 80% endemic. So life cycle of the parasites, symptoms of parasite infection, like mild symptoms like mga fungi, diarrhea, so whatever else, madami pa yan sila. Severe symptoms like severe of abnormal pain, persistent vomiting, high fever, anemia, one dies, weight loss, and the possible complication is anemia, malnutrition. So madami pa yan. So yun lang po, and thank you.